Welcome back to another video of the Rugrats. Today's video is going to be pretty much about the technology that they're going to use in the Rugrats. Now, we know they're going to bring this Rugrat into the modern. Now, it will not be taking place in the 90s. You can clearly see the drone that Stu has with his little flip, burger machine that he has right there, which is a drone. And then Tommy's watching TV on a flat screen. And yeah, looks like a 4K TV to me. Now, if you're a fan of the originals, you notice that they did have TV back then, but the TV was like 50s style TV. Like, I'm telling you, straight up from the 1950s. Even their cars were like from the 1950s as well. Charlotte, on the other hand, was using a 90s cell phone at the time. If you watch the older episodes, I mean, she was always on it, business calls and, executive meetings. So, we're bound to see this in the next, Rugrats reboot, but she's going to be using like tablets, computers, and smartphones and, all of that crazy technology that we have right now. And that brings me to the question, I mean, are the babies gonna use tablets now? All the kids right now are using tablets, iPads, whatever. Touchscreen computers, cell phones. I wonder, are they gonna make Tommy, Chucky, Phil, Lil, Angelica, Susie use these devices? To be honest, man, it's kind of weird. It is really weird how they're gonna implement this. I wish they didn't have to implement the modern technology in it, but it's a new audience, you guys, and pretty much this show is garnered for the new audience, and it's also garnered for the older audience as well. So in a way, it makes sense because if you make this show based off the 90s, these kids are not gonna understand it. They're not going to understand the fax machines. They're not going to understand the beepers and, all of that technology that we had back then. They're not going to understand that. They're not going to understand why there's a wired, uh, you know, cell phone or telephone on a wall. They're not going to understand why you have to use a remote to use a TV. And that's basically what this show is it's garnered for the new audience, but with some nostalgia factors for the older audience. You can see Phil, Lil, and Susie are watching TV right here. This image, displays the TV, and I guess they're gonna do a lot of TV watching because it seems like they're just like enveloped in this, and like kids today, they're enveloped in these iPads and TVs, and that's pretty much where they learn all their stuff. So I think they're gonna, take little adventures, watching TV. They're gonna kind of imagine like, oh, what if we're inside this TV? So I can see their adventures playing out in the TV where they're gonna like pretend that they're gonna go inside of a TV, kind of like that episode where they go inside Chucky, like when they turn little. That was my all-time favorite episode, and I really do hope they remake that episode. Like that was just a perfect episode. It reminds me of like Magic School Bus. We can see the human anatomy of the body, which is really, really cool. So more evidence to support that they're gonna have tablets and whatnot is Tommy's actually carrying a little tablet right here, and this is kind of like them fire tablets that the kids have with the big foam casing. This is what Tommy has. I don't know what that little white part is. I guess it's like an antenna. So he's watching some type of movie or TV or something like that. So there's your proof that there will be in modern technology in this Rugrats reboot. It's gonna take some time to get used to, you guys, but we have to remember, man, we are in 2021. We have to get with the times, So, this is what they're gonna do with the Rugrats, and this is, what we got to get used to. If you don't like the show, don't watch it. This is for the new generation. This is not for our old generation. This is for the new generation. You got to remember that. Other than that, you guys, I'm pretty stoked for this reboot. We are months away from the release of the Rugrats reboot. And it's just going to be a special time for everybody for the nostalgia factors. And, it's coming soon, you guys. If you're new to my channel, go ahead and subscribe, comment, let me know what you guys think. I will see you guys in the next video.